There we go. Think it's working now. Well, good morning, Shorty. Shorties. Your pronouns. Let's see what we got here. Tuesday, the 27th. Week review of the news. Still got live action about the Parkland school shooting and the autistic screeching about taking away guns and all kinds of bull crap, but the Tards are in no position to demand anything by any means. Remember that. They have no political power. It's been set back to levels of 1922, in case you didn't know. It's going to take tens of years for them to ever have any political influence. So everything they say, don't engage, just ignore, laugh, use for classic comedy material, and just keep grinding. Because the Tards and their autistic screeching is absolutely irrelevant. Remember that. Irrelevant. No matter how hard they screech. So I just read something in here. It says, here we go. German court rules cities can ban vehicles to tackle air pollution. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine, like, the city you live in saying, we're going to ban cars because of air pollution? Besides trying to take my gun out of my hands, which will be virtually impossible to do while I'm alive, the second hardest thing would be to take the steering wheel out of my hands. Autonomous, what is it? You got robotic cars driving, driverless cars. Ain't happening for me, period. I'm in control of the steering wheel, just like I'm in control of pretty much everything in my entire life. And your scam, hoax, climate change, global warming is nothing but control by the left. So no virtue signaling like Merkel with the Burkel in Germany, and that place is done. The whole the whole civilization over there is nothing but just a matter of time before they all go down. It's a horrible experience. Cop hangs on the car for a mile as suspect tries to speed away. Guarantee you that the suspect that was driving that car was a liberal regressive Democrat. I'd be willing to put my life savings on it. Which is right here. See? Dime. Actually, I got 2 dimes. Superbugs more deadly than what? Superbugs more deadly than cancer. It's not more deadly than liberalism. And liberalism is the worst form of malignant cancer. And no biopsy you can get soon enough to cure that. Red Hot Chili Peppers bassist attacks prescription of OxyContin doctors handing out. Yeah, it's horrible. That synthetic opioids. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of people that I've known personally that have died from synthetic heroin. That's all it is, synthetic heroin. Because once the people start getting addicted to it, they get addicted to it like anything else. And then they either OD on it, or when they can't get it, they buy little $10 bags of heroin, shoot it up, and it's got fentanyl in it, and they end up dying. And really, I mean, what's being done about it? Down here in Florida, all those dope holes that were, the pharmacies where everybody got into, and they were selling those prescriptions and hiring the throwaway doctors just to sit there and write scripts. A lot of them been busted. I'm sure there's a few of them still around that are probably paying city officials off to stay in business. And the majority of those people that had those, if they're not in jail or back in the business they were before when they got in there, they now opened up these rehab centers. That's the next biggest scam. They're charging like the insurance companies like $1,500 for a friggin' P-test. It's just the biggest scam. They got people coming down from every different state to these rehab centers. These rehab center places are driving Mercedes buses. It's just all it is a big insurance scam off the deaths of prescription medicine. James Dean, iconic rebel without a cause, jacket up for auction. I already own Tupac's BMW paid $1.5 million for it. Now I'm gonna end up buying James Dean's jacket, Rebel Without a Cause. Don't think so. Obama's secret. What? Sports speech. Who cares? 200 rivals at flood stage from Great Lakes to Texas. Nice. Global warming. Give me some cash. What does this say? Landslides wreak havoc on Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, nothing but a bunch of hills anyway. It's a beautiful city. Loved it. First time I went to Pittsburgh, I went through that tunnel. You're like driving through the mountains, then you go through the tunnel like Bon Jovi. And I wanted, dead or alive. And I came through the tunnel. You're in the tunnel, and then boom, you see the Pittsburgh. 4 buildings, a stadium, and a couple bridges. And I also rode up that tram, that little thing that goes up inside the mountain. Judge sued after asking for immigrants' arrest. What? First trans recruit joins U.S. military. Really? You know what I got to say about that? No Michael Obamas in the military, period. All they do is they want to go in there and have you pay for their chop a dick off of me operation or add a dick to me operation. It's mental illness. Some very nice people, though. I've met them, but they just a little confused. Don't need to be serving. Don't need to be serving. 0.0002% of the population. Virtually irrelevant. First, Parkland first responder, I was told to stand down. Deputies told not to go into school. Florida school shooter could have faced charges before massacre. Cops had done their job. That's just so disturbing. All of these school shootings and all these cover-ups and all this bull crap afterwards. It's just it's time to put armed military in the schools and neutralize the situation. Period. That's it. End of story. Who cares what the tards have to say about it? You're completely irrelevant. Irrelevant. Remember that. Georgia Senate blocks Delta tax break after spat with NRA. What is that, like 40 million? Oh, that's just the first part. You know, you're trying to you mess with the NRA's powers in the lobbying and the government and all that. NRA's powers with its membership. 5-10 million members in there. You can't mess with that. What the NRA spends in lobbying is in the millions compared to the labor unions and other organizations that spend to the tune of billions to pay off your politicians. So the NRA's power is people like me, just your common, everyday family guy. Deputies the Senate blocks. FedEx stands its ground. Well, don't they? No, that's one of them runs the tightest ship in the shipping business. I think that's UPS. Student hog attacks Trump as draft dodger. Yeah, that little weasel. I mean, he's a Democratic shill. What do you say? He's not going back to school until then I guess you ain't going back to school, monkey. You little monkey. You ain't going back to school, you little monkey. Little loudmouth hog. David Hogg.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto the I-95 North Ramp.
Republicans don't care about anyway.
50 Cent changes. What is this? 50 Cent. He's still around? Student Hog. Tell us what we sent over. Coinbase tells users data will be sent to the IRS. Man, who cares? IRS my ass. Double couples. 2 sets of identical twins to marry. Mystery-bound woman found in California mansion goes to bound woman. Oh, jeez. Let me get a little bit more. There we go. I didn't think she was going to be able to seize my head. Now that you see my head, we got here? Cash for all. Support mounts for universal basic income. Yee, it's all fun and games until you run out of everybody else's money. Oh. Venezuelan inmates eating rats to survive. So did G. Gordon Liddy when he was sent to prison by that little weasel John Dean for lying.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-95 North.
George Clinton on cultural appropriation. Get over this shit. Woman opens fire during Black Panther seat dispute. You better give me my seat. Waboom. Smartphone cuts off camera, microphone, so no spy agencies can watch. Nice. What is that, the LG? It's on the road.
Continue on I-95 North for 29 miles.
9 miles, babies. Wide open. Air Force warns of space matters. Emotional goodbye of International Space Station. Villages to keep Hitler Bell Memorial. Talk about cat in the hat. Used to do something. Take it away, take it away, take it away. My car is drifting to the left this morning, leaning like a cup full of lean. Villages votes to keep brain injuries, risk of violent crime. Let's go to GP. Boy, it's a beautiful day out today. I'll show it to you real quick. Oh, geez, what happened? There you go. See how beautiful the day is? Very, very beautiful. All day, every day. I'm singing this morning. We got a lot of traffic. As we do every day. Nothing like DC though. DC's the worst. The Maryland suburbs, besides LA, and I traveled out there in that traffic before, and that's just on a different dimension. But DC is just embarrassing. Florida is Masaminas. I mean, the best thing about Florida is if you get caught in traffic, you can always make a left, and then make a right, and then make another right, and get back to where you're going to avoid all the traffic because everything's built on grids. Trump goes nuclear. Tuesday tweet storm. Witch hunt. That's my boy. DJT. Don't play around. Steamrolling. Parkland student calls for never again movement to stop pushing gun control. Yeah, I mean, I think it's great that he's doing that. People need to stand up. But join the NRA and don't vote retard. And that's the best way to keep your Second Amendment rights. Guards are in no political position to demand anything by any means. Ingram, Sheriff Department told Broward deputies not to enter schools unless their body cameras were on. Really? These heads need to roll in this Broward thing. I'm telling you right now, that little Israel has got to go. New York accented mini-me. Democratic shill, he's got to get it gone. But he probably won't because this is Tardville, USA, and they normally don't resign when they're caught doing something wrong. They double down, circle the wagons, rise harder, rise faster in the Democratic. That's a little vibrations happenings in my ashy tree. I got some ashy elbows, some ashy ankles too in my ashy tree. You better ash it, buddy. Barack Obama's secret speech, and he's more delusional than ever. Oh, did you hear Michelle's what is it, memoir? This will probably get kicked off of YouTube, but it's called, what's it called? Becoming. My Coming or Becoming? Becoming. I can't even say it. I can't even go there. Can't even go there right now. Too young. Too many young people be watching. Young. Comey, Brennan, Clapper have until Friday to disclose when they knew that Dozier was funded by the DNC. They're all going to pass the buck. That's a big wish hunt. Why Russia? Johnson illegitimate president. James. How's that impeachment going? Y'all ain't going to get nothing. Big waste of time party. It's all going to come back, boomerang, and bite you in the rear like everything else does. Tardy tards. Because and Mueller and Doug and Manafort and John Jr. Resist! Shut up. James Wood says, thinking about that. Paid for them. Oh my God, I'm so sick of seeing this dude's face everywhere. Paul. Little unhinged tard. Refuses to hear DACA. Who cares about DACA? We want the wall, really. We want Hillary in jail. We want the wall. And we want the tards to keep complaining about everything. The worse the tards' response is to everything and their autistic screeching, the better job Trump is doing. It's really, really a simple equation. How did I get to news posters? I think I need some ads in my ties. Left's new talking point. Armed teachers don't stand a chance. This is the best way to get liberals out of the educational system. Give them the opportunity to own a gun, the ones that are qualified, and keep them in the schools, and the ones that are just refuse to stand with it, go. Bye. Go get a job at a library. We don't need your sorry rear anyway. We don't. Actually, we need to eliminate the Department of Education and public school. It's nothing but a big liberal bureaucracy, like prison cells, MSNBC, rifle bullets. They're too fast to stop handguns. Explosive sound would overwhelm. They'd get shot by the cops. Florida House Speaker State will introduce Marshall's program to arm and train teachers, sworn law enforcement. That's a good idea. Obama-era no arrest policy may have shielded Nicolas Cage. You care about that? Obama had this policy where it was no arrest, so they could keep kids from going from the school system to the Broward County Jail. And they had this program, man. Don't arrest the kids, and they, oh my God, and they get these grants for less arrest, and it's just pumping keeping bad people into the system again. I mean, and so the cops were told to stand down. Don't arrest these kids if they're doing that. Just let them do what they keep on doing. Oh, that's Obama's legacy. Defend shooters against CNN expert defends shooters against what America can learn. First Haiti, now Syria. Fresh sex for aid allegations rock UN global charities. That's what that global Clinton initiative, whatever, all is a big pedophile party. You had a big pay for play. They had a bank account. You pay the Clintons. You might get a little pedophilia. A John Podesta pizza party. I'll put you in this embassy over there. I'll put this one in that embassy over here. That's what Steak Box's tenure was like when she was head of the State Department. Horrible experience for America. And you morons who ever thought that she could be president, you need to wake up, dude. straight up 100%. You do live in a bubble. You know that, right? 100% bubble. Living in a bubble, bobblehead, baboon, buffoon-looking MFers is what you is. You better act, somebody. Trump seeking harassment. Trump report 100,000 non-citizens registered to vote in Pennsylvania. Well, I'm sure that's pretty much true in every state. We got to clean that up, and we still won. Yeah. What does this say? Nigeria pulled troops out of week before Boko Haram abducted 110 girls. Boko Haram? I thought that hashtag, bring back our girls, that Michael put out there. Remember, bring back our girls? Big Sasquatch looking thing. Thought that was supposed to help. Michael helped about as much as your scam school lunch program. Big size 10 men's shoe wearing. Traps bigger than... She got traps bigger than Tom Platz had thighs. Fashion notes. Millennium pays homage to Dolce Gabbana. Nicholas Cruz tried to obtain 800K inheritance before Florida school shooting. German village votes to keep... What? German village votes to keep Nazi-era Hitler Bell as memorial. Let me get to Newsbusters. Where we at? Gateway? It's a big little driving party is what it is. Talking about Cat in the Hat. Former anchor slams those who sow the seeds of disbelief in the media. Really? If you listen to the retarded media, which is like 99% of the media, you're as dumb as a stump, and you're receiving people. CBS living biblically. Whoa, Nelly! Why you got a school bus in the far left lane? Look at this, right there, in the far left lane with a bunch of kids on it. A1A transportation, doing 50 in the fast lane. Driver needs to be fired. Employed back at McDonald's. CNN's Lemon attacks teachers who want to carry guns. Lemon. Really? Don Lemon's attacking? You mean Don Lemon squeezy, easy peasy? Ooh, I'm scared. Ooh, Anderson, you can't have a gun in a school. Ooh. Next up is Rachel Madcow and Chris Hayes, the carpet muncher. NPR's Marissa Lisa contradicts self on gun grabbing. NPR's Maria Eliason contradicts self on gun grabbing. She looks like her teeth got sawed off. Her two teeth. When she talks, NPR's Maria Eliason, whatever her name is, who cares? NPR, all things considered. If you consider all things considered, you shouldn't have considered, because that shit is straight up GAY. Acosta pushes fear, arming teachers make schools into the Wild West. That's what they all say, liberals. MCR. Republican Party is officially dead. Now the party of the KKK. Party of the KKK. I think the liberal regressive Democrats own all of that. They started it. They are the KKK. Okay, KKK. And for those of you who believe in climate change, you're as dumb as a stump, and you're the same ones who believe that the Democratic Party switched platforms. Straight up. Ooh, what's happening over here? We got some guy running out of his car on 95. What? I think think we got some traffic up here. Let me check my mappity map. What do we got? We got some red up here for about a mile. So must have been a little accident. I don't like going bumper to bumper traffic on 95. I like to keep it rolling. They see me rolling. They hating cause you know that I'm driving dirty. Riding dirty. Cameron refers to LaPierre, Loesch, and Clark as extreme voices. GMA ignores Lewinsky, accusing Clinton of gross abuse of power. Oh, Troy Bear's gotta be the ugliest thing I've ever seen on cam. Troy Bear on CPAC. Conservatives have a penchant for Nazis now. Nazis, misogynists, Islamophobic. Director of Max, the movie NPR Marxism had nothing to do with look at this friggin' crank. Andrew Garfield, we're all in dark. We're all in dark because of guns and Trump. Stronger together, I'm with her. Resist. Slate, conservative gun defenders, sexually blessed lack of empathy. CBS Logic. To appease millennials, companies must target the NRA. I mean, if there's one thing the tards haven't learned, you can't mess with America. You didn't learn from Target? You're gonna learn, trust me. You're gonna learn. CNN gleefully reports on companies severing ties with the NRA. It's only gonna make them stronger, and stronger advertisers are gonna come. Liberal media excited over Michelle Obama's memoir. What's it called? Becoming. I want to go there, but I can't go there on video. I'll do it I'll write it on the Facebook because it's funny, but it's funny on a little bit over there that way. Accountable for Christian hate. CNN, NBC, Russia show. Let's get on to some Facebook posts here real quickie. Let's see what my boy commented. The Tards going into 2000, 2018, 2020 like this. That was fun. That's when the dog chased him down. That good boy chewed that little dog. Yeah. That was funny. Alright, now we're back on the road again. My boy Lewis commented. Yep. Right, Lewis. Nikki. Melania. That picture right there is straight up raw. Raw dog. Barebacking it. The tar. Yep. You see me scrolling, introducing a limited collection of action figures. Barrett Scott as well. Whoa, Nelly. Stop. Don't call my guns military grade. They're way much better than that. And way more accuracy. Accurate as well. Mortgage trumped. What is up? I need to get out from this left lane. Lewis. Just happened. President Trump on Twitter. Shocked. More than 100,000 citizens are registered voters. It's all this news. It's repetitive. Trump goes on nuclear tweet storm. Now I'm up in Lake Worth. Just to let y'all know where I'm at. Crap. So I think that's a little Lake of Worth. I'm calling it right up here. They see me scrolling. They hating. Dude, you know what? The funniest thing, I don't engage with the TAR, period. It's not happening. But when I used to, and they'd say, oh, we don't want to take your guns? You know what? I don't care. It doesn't matter what you want.